home of the Seahawks. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lumen Field. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Let's go. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult. Defensively, it'll set up a fourth down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Here comes Smith on the return. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
Let's go now. Drop low 80. Hurt.
They bring Chase in motion. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts.
Ready, set.
Here's a third down and 4.
Set.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
7 Pirates.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down.
70 Lions.
The 37-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. First down throw there is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that...
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keely Ringo.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Set up. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. To the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. The extra point by Gay is good. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown. Here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here we go.
Brings up second and 7.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught downfield by Pickens. Still going. And he will score. George Pickens. Touchdown Seahawks. It's his second touchdown of the year. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first and 10, here's Baker. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. They face second down and 7. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Downfield for Njoku. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Mayfield. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Let's go.
They send a receiver in motion left. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On first down, it's Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They will run it over center with Swift. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's second and 9. He'll look to throw. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. The Cowboys have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Off to the races. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 93 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here first and 10.
Here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
On play action, Mayfield. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Gain of 36 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
Hurry!
Williams in motion.
Regular! Cut!
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. That is caught. What a throw. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Dallas. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. The Cowboys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
70 Rangers, chop 60. Hut.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's brought in right side by Pickens. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Here's 3rd and 7.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Kings, Kings, Kings!
Throwing is Baker. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Seattle. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Seahawks are able to edge a bit closer. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The drive will start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They go play action with Mayfield. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Has some room inside the 30. Wadarani brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
That one taken in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. It's 2nd down.
think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to score a pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Let's go now.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He's going to run it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. He'll go underneath to Swift. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Hey, alert, alert! Dead. Watch out!
On 1st down is Mayfield. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Street. 19 Lion.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They bring Chase in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your...
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he is going to bring this one back A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Viking 18. Let's go. Hut, hut.
Right back to the air following that pick six. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone.
Warrior 70. Ready, ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
Quickly into the hands of Chase. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They put Pickens in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately,
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Keely Ringo.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. To the left side, he's got Njoku. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. Off play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he will score. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and through. The Cowboys stretch things out even further.
Seahawks 14.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Check, check. Come on, set. Ready.
A run here with Swift. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Now, faking the give. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
He's got it at about the 8, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Gay to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys add on to their already sizable lead.
Seahawks 14. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Swift. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. It is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Go.
He'll look to throw. That complete to Swift. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
Here's Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their